Hey guys, it's Martin Cliff here with another LEGO Star Wars review. In this case we're looking at 75186, the Arrowhead from the Freemaker Adventures. This is another one that is part of the summer 2017 wave that was released early in Hong Kong, Singapore and I gather Malaysia. 5 minifigs in this set, the new version of Xander, the new version of Cody, Roger the droid, Quarry, and a generic stormtrooper figure, but one of the 585 or the proper stormtroopers, the Rogue One and so on ones, not the Star Wars Rebels ones. So I'm going to open this up, we'll have a look inside and then we can start building. Looking briefly at the back of the box, you can see that there's a compartment with some kind of crystal inside it that lifts up. There's the large cockpit area, the roof comes off. There's something at the front that looks like it pivots in some kind of way, and there are some spring-loaded shooters, and then a little cart along with the main ship. This hasn't appeared yet because we haven't yet seen season 2 of the Freemaker Adventures, but you know, when it does, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like, unlike the Rastar Escape one, there are a lot of stickers on this set, so we'll see how that goes. Sometimes that's not a bad thing, but when a set relies too much on stickers, it does detract from the LEGO a little bit. So inside the box we get 6 numbered bags, as with the Rastar Escape set, which was the same price and presumably similar piece count, and a rather crumpled looking instruction manual, unfortunately this time, just one of those things that happens occasionally, and the sticker sheet. Not as many stickers as I feared, so that bodes well. Let's get building. As with the Rastar Escape set, I will have to switch to a different camera for the building process, so the quality of the picture and the audio won't be quite as good, but hopefully we should be able to get a good impression.
Begins to ascend. We know you are with us, companion, pilot, and friend, a shadow who stays by our side as we fly through the infinite realm. Constellations before us, we have faith that you'll guide us well.
So at the end of bag 1 we have our Stormtrooper minifigure, Quarry minifigure armed with a spanner, a little maintenance cart with a couple of spare missiles and a sort of circular saw kind of thing, and then clearly the main Technic infrastructure for the vehicle. So yeah, on to bag 2. So bag 2 has added very little of interest, just more infrastructure. Ended up with a spare one of these pieces, which is new to me. I know they've been in Friends and Elves, but in a Star Wars set I think this particular type of piece, which is a, what do you call that, a round tile, modified tile with a bar and a small hole. Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen one of those in a Star Wars set, so that's vaguely interesting. But other than that, nothing much happened. On to bag 3.
when Sir Walter Raleigh had laid his head upon the executioner's block, and the officer asked if his head lay right, Sir Walter Raleigh said, "It matters little, my friend, how the head lies, provided the heart is right."
So bag 3 gives us the whole nose piece of the craft, including one interesting piece, which is a 2x3 black tile, which I don't think I've ever seen before, and I've not seen these grill pieces in this kind of gold colour either. We also get the season 2 version of Cordy, with some weird grappling hook gun thing that at least have not given us instructions before. On to bag 4.
When you see it, you and I will both fall at his feet. I can promise you the world, but he will be it. I can only deputize for your guardian angel, but you can count on me as your second best friend.
So bag 4 gives us all of this right or starboard side wing, and all connects it all together.
He's the one that leads you home in
to bag 5. So bag 5 has given us the new season 2 Xander, again with some strange kind of harpoon gun type thing, and Roger with a different kind of gun. Still a disappointment that Roger does not have printed tile for a back when his Freemaker logo, which is quite simple print, is quite clear and apparent and always visible in the cartoon show. Not sure why they made that decision. What do you think? On to bag 6 to finish this off. So bag 6, final bag, builds the whole engine sort of canopy. I assume that's what that is. I don't know what kind of crystal power this is. It finishes off the front of the ship, the removable canopy area, more details sort of the back of the engine, and the other wing. So there we go, let's switch cameras and do a review of this set. Okay, so let's take a full look at this set. It's quite a large ship, bigger than I expected, which is a good thing. The cockpit opens. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that there are only 6 stickers in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're all applied quite close to the end within 3 steps of the instructions, which is a good thing, I think, because if you're building this with a child, obviously stickers are the one thing they may need help with, but it means that you don't have to be with them all the time. They can get on with most of the building themselves, although it is quite Technics heavy, so I wouldn't recommend it for a very young child. The cockpit here is a nice printed piece, and this whole section just lifts off, and it's fairly solid and it sits down fairly well. And again, you can actually fit all the figures except for the Stormtrooper within the set itself. You get this little utility cart that's got a couple of spare missiles. I don't remember whether I've seen the missile in this trans light blue before, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, there's nothing much to say about that. It seems all the utility vehicles in recent LEGO sets are in yellow, which is fine. This can be used in any kind of thing, doesn't have to be a Freemaker's style diorama, just any diorama. I can see a use for that. I say they all fit in, they fit in just. Xander is currently in the cockpit seat, and Cordy. Xander has a little control yoke. Lift that up. But there's nothing for Cordy. I think I will take one of my spare printed slope pieces and just stick that in there, just so she has something to work on. And they're all on actual studs. At the moment we've got Corey, because he's a small figure, he has to stand up, but there's a space for him in there. Or I guess if you had Rowan from a different set, you could put him in there, and then Roger kind of sits slightly awkwardly, particularly if you have his gun in place. Then this section here has this kind of crystal construction. If we open that up, I'm not entirely sure what this is all about. Hopefully we'll find out in the series, but it's kind of a cool build and looks good. And you can see right the way through it because it has a clear piece on the underside as well. Where's the camera here? Reasonable landing gear. I'm not entirely sure what this entails, but it seems to be some kind of hammer thing, so maybe they're going to use it to smash things up. I do not know. Other than that, action features seem to be just the 2 spring-loaded shooters, which work as you would expect, and obviously you get 2 spare missiles on the little utility cart. These guns on the side don't rotate or anything, but the individual guns themselves can be pointed up or down if you need to. Overall, I think this set looks really good. It's a little lacking in play features, which is surprising for a Freemaker Adventures set, but compared with the Star Scavenger from the last season, which was possibly the worst conceived LEGO set I've seen in a long time, certainly LEGO Star Wars set I've seen in a long time, I think this is a very good set. So let's have a closer look at the minifigures. So first up we have Xander Freemaker in his new garb, this kind of dark tan waistcoat and then a light tan vest underneath. It's the same hairpiece and I think the same head as before. It is a double-sided head. So if we take that off and turn it round, no, it's not a double-sided head. Okay, that's a surprise. Let's just compare him with the previous version, and you can see the set from the Star Scavenger. It is the same leg printing, but a different torso. and he didn't have an alternate face in that version either, so it's the same figure other than the torso print. Next up we have Cordy, who is a figure I bought several of the older version of on Bricklink, primarily because it was the only female, or one of the only female heads available in flesh rather than light flesh colour. That's the previous version, so this is new leg printing and new torso, which is good. Yeah, generic hairpiece. Again, is it a double-sided face? No, it's not. But good printing on the legs. Again, a useful figure. A good sort of generic female character. Printing on the back of the torso as well. Come on, focus. Of just a strap, so not the most exciting printing. And Xander also had printing on the back of his torso. Next up we have our Stormtrooper, who is the standard Stormtrooper with a standard blaster, angry clone head. Again, so many sets have come with the Stormtrooper now that you know what you're getting with that. Roger, the kind of last of the battle droids, is made from a hodgepodge collection of multicoloured parts. It is exactly the same as the previous set from the Star Scavenger, and still missing the printed tile on the back to show the Freemaker logo, which is a real shame. And he comes with a small pistol with a cone on it, not sure why. And the final figure in the set is Quarry, who I'm not sure if he's a kind of strange Mon Calamari or something similar, but he's got the short legs so they don't bend. I can't remember who this character is specifically, but he comes, it's just a moulded headpiece. I think it's a new mould, I don't remember seeing that piece before. If we remove the head, which is a bit tight, you can see the torso print is quite detailed. The headpiece does hide it a bit because it's kind of a strange shaped headpiece. No printing on the legs because you never do on short legs, and simple printing on the back as well. So there we go, there is your Arrowhead from the Freemaker Adventures set. An impressive ship, much better than the Star Scavenger from last year. Some useful figures for generic figure building, even if you not into the Freemaker Adventures. But it's a good show, and this time around we've got a good set. The Eclipse Fighter last time was very good, but the Star Scavenger was pretty shocking. This time around we've got a much better main ship. I won't be reviewing the Tracker, at least not anytime soon, just not a set that particularly appeals to me, but this one looks good. Thanks for watching guys, until next time, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.